Hello, it's Janine the Pricing Lady. Today we'll have a look at customer willingness to pay. When it comes to understanding how much a customer might pay, our first instinct is simply to ask them. Sounds good, right? Wrong. Here's why. Most people will tell you one of two things. They'll tell you either less than they are willing to pay in the hopes that you won't charge so much, or they'll give you, with the best of intentions, what they think is socially acceptable. In other words, what they think you really want to hear. Neither of these things is an accurate reflection of the value the customer puts on what you've offered or their willingness to pay for it. Why? The situation simply isn't real enough. In life, we're always making trade-offs, this for that. And such questions don't put them in a realistic enough situation. They don't feel the pain of giving up their money. They're not staking their reputation on it either. So the first thing we have to do is resist the urge to ask them, would you be willing to pay X for my product? Or how much are you willing to pay for my service? Because it won't get us where we need to go. What can you do? Well, here are 3 ways that you can better understand your customer's willingness to pay. First, know thy customer. Target customer profiles, good ones, are a goldmine of information when it comes to understanding value, doing your pricing, and exploring customer willingness to pay. When you're specific enough in your target group, you'll be able to identify how much money they actually have at their disposal to spend to solve their problems. And this is where you can start to understand the range of their willingness to pay. Now, the next 2 things you can do will help you test those theories. So next, you can ask your customers if at price X, they'd be willing to recommend that a dear friend of theirs purchase what you offer. You followed up with why or why not. This yields a better result because you put them in a situation where they need to stake their reputation on the value they see in your offer. It gets a little bit painful. They won't recommend something they feel isn't good value for money. Last, you can do a little survey asking 2 questions. When you get enough results, that will give you an indication of a green zone for what could be a target price range. Each question should display a range of price points they can choose from. The beauty of this is you're asking them to define the boundaries rather than a specific point. What are the 2 questions? First question, at what price would this be so low that you would start to doubt the quality of what's being offered? Second question, at what price would this be so high that you just simply wouldn't think it could possibly be worth it? Now be careful. In this last case, you have to make sure that the value, not just the features and the benefits, but the actual value is crystal clear, or your results will be less reliable. There you have it. 3 ways to better understand your customer willingness to pay. For more information about working with me and mastering what and how to charge your customers, go to www.thepricinglady.com or connect with me on Facebook. I look forward to seeing you there, and I'll see you next time.